Hi, so my bad. I forgot to show you the patches that we were doing. To be honest, I clean forgot to do any filming before I put my stone chip on. So this is what she's looking like now. And I do say it's starting to come together. Let me get a torch, right? So this is my patch at the top. Look. And don't forget, what you want to do, hit subscribe when you're watching this. It costs you nothing. It's not like you don't have to pay for it. And what it does, it helps me keep making videos like this. The more subscribers I got, they might actually give me something for my time YouTube one day. Nice one. Take it easy. Subscribe. That patch there, it didn't quite finish right. You see the gap in between them there? Like, pretty bloody perfect. I did two patches on here. You can maybe vaguely see the outline of them. One there from the top all the way down to the bottom there. That covers those holes up. Under here, it's all pulled together. I haven't quite finished undersealing, you see. Undersealed all over there. I put patch on here. I forgot to show you that one as well. You can pretty much see the shape of the patch there, just a little square one. Because it's underneath and because I'm stone chipping it, I haven't bothered grinding it down perfectly like this one. So this one, you won't know the difference between them because I've ground it down perfectly. I've done the inside, done the inside of that as well with stone chips. So I got some stone chip up my nose. Still haven't finished. I got a little bit carried away stone chipping, to be honest. But you see that? Look. That, I don't know if you can see the bends and everything in there, but that looks almost factory. There's still a few little welds visible. I could have ground those down had I chosen to, but I think they're okay as they are. So yeah, I've stone chipped on the outside, stone chipped on the inside, done all the little bits of rust as well that was showing up. I've ground them all down and stone chipped them. All I've got left, and I do mean all I've got left, is the front under panel to do the radiator mount. And this. It's just so minuscule, but I've gone so far I might as well do that. And then I still got to do my little filling in patch there. That's not important. Super strong down there. Then I'm moving on to the A-pillar down the bottom there, or the jacking point rather. But yeah, so that's like how it's come so far. It's really not looking too shabby. I've done a good 2, 3, 4 coats of primer underneath, and then I say I've stone chipped it. This is only my first stone chip. I'll be doing it again 4 or 5 times again to build up a massively thick layer. Because it's summer as hell, it's boiling in here, and it's really good weather to be painting on. It's not so great weather for me wearing a bloody hoodie, having to do the welding in there, but still, the paint goes off and everything works well, and there's no damp in there to affect it. So it's actually perfect weather to do a restoration like this. See, I tried to save the sticker, but a little bit burnt off the top was that close to my weld. I'm going to, I'll clean it all off and hopefully that'll almost remain. He didn't want me to paint it blue. Obviously that's why I've stone chipped that bit. I've been working on this for a week now, and the customer, obviously the guy's getting a little bit impatient. He wants his car back, so I might have to just hurry up the last few bits. I won't compromise on quality, but what I'm going to do is if there's a big rusty patch that I find, obviously, like, I've got to work my way back. This is going in for MOT. See, stuff like that. I haven't even looked at that yet. I'm only doing the front so far. So I've got that to do both sides. Hopefully not much else. Got a few of the niggly bits to do, like bolt the back seats in. The rear tyres are scrubbing on the bodywork. I don't know why. It could be something easier. It could be something horrible. We'll get to that one soon enough. A few of the bits I've got to do is just engine stuff, really. Give it a service. I've got the power steering belt to bolt back on there and pull my stuff together, put the radiators back in, glue the arches back on. You see, I've had to weld this piece back on perfectly because the front wheel arch, front wing rather, glues to it all the way up, and obviously if one sticks out further than the other, the wing's just not going to fit properly. That's also why I ground this off so perfectly, because the wing glues flat onto there, so I'm going to have to redo all that as well. But that's almost finished with the welding. See, bits like that, see that? I'm just not going to bother with that. It's not structural. It's just a little bit on the bottom where there's a jacking point. He's going to have to bring that back to me if he wants me to do that again. I just can't do it in the time scale. Like, there's so much I would do. Like, I'd replace those bits as well. You see where the radiator mounts there? They're not gone, they're not rusted through. I'm going to paint them and clean them up, but I'd just bloody replace them. You've gone this far with the car. I mean, yeah, but then I suppose, where does it end? How far do you go? You've got to draw a line somewhere, otherwise you're going to end up replacing all the paint. I mean, there's like bits like this under the bonnet there that I'm not going to get to. I don't know. I think it'd be easier for them to buy a decent second-hand bonnet, to be honest, rather than have me try and weld that. And it's possible, but it's fiddly as hell to do. So I'm probably not going to bother. What I'm going to do, I'm going to get all this finished and then have a little chat with him, see how much further he wants me to go with it. But yeah, that's how I do a lot of my metal shaping, a lot of my panel shaping and stuff like that. And they're actually not looking too shabby now. No idea where the weld line is. That's how I intended it to be. This one, yeah, you sort of see where the weld line is there, but solid, like it. It's all coming together. It's all coming together. Morning all, we're back again with the 205 restoration, and I messed up, right? Let me have a look at this. You know, I put this piece in, I was all eager and happy, yeah, welded that in, sure. Yeah, of course it doesn't fit. So I put my radiator grille mount now, the fan mount, so I've just chucked it in with some new bolts, temporary at the top here. And it turns out that it comes down a lot further than it was led to believe, right? So this is now never in a million years going to fit on there. So what we've got at the bottom here is, I have to bloody exposure is going to show that. I thought it's for the cable to start with, right? But it's so sloppy it doesn't fit in there, and there's rust on it. So I reckon this was actually sitting on our bottom bar. Now, I was looking to find what I could obviously link from there down to there, round the corner, and I found this piece of galvanized pipe. Look how tightly it fits into there, round the corner. Not only that, it's a perfect 90 degree, and so is that. So what I'm going to do, I've got two bits of this. I'm going to trim this down, make it a whole different rail at the bottom to suit it as it sits. I'm going to flatten the pipe and weld it on to either end here when I find something structural. Then I'm going to tidy it all up, paint it, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, that was my bad. I should have known better. I did know better. That's why I only tacked it on, but I just wanted to get it on quick. Turns out I cost myself time. So lazy mechanic works twice as hard. Remember that, guys. Right, so we got that sorted. Have a look at it down here, look. Oop. Frick. So I welded it together. It's looking pretty straight. It's going to match up on both sides of the underneath. I just grinded it down now. I'm going to make it nice and smooth and polished so you won't be able to see it. But first, I've got something else to do, look. Mechanic's lunch. Whoa. Looking good. Bacon sandwiches for breakfast. So this is in place now. You see, all ground off and pretty looking. It's only wedged in by these. That's the only thing holding it at the moment. But I reckon it looks pretty good. Now I've got weld a pipe to a flat, which is always going to be tricky. Normally, what I'd do is I'd beat the pipe flat with a hammer so it sits onto a nice flat surface properly, but that's not going to be the case in this corner. You see where it is? So I'm just going to put a nice thick weld from the back of it right to that structural bit there. And then hopefully we can just unbolt the top, swing it out, pop it off, put the radiator on, and it should all fit hunky-dory. A little bit more tidying up to do in this little area to get it all sorted, but I think that's going to be my structure, and I think that's lovely. Nice. Yeah, so my other project I'm doing is barbecue. We made our own charcoal. It's actually a piece of cake, but my little apprentice is Rasta, and obviously doesn't do pork, so I can't really have bacon sandwiches when he's here. Luckily, he's having a day off, so bacon sandwiches for me. Just when I thought I was on the bloody home stretch, I come to find this, right? This is the rear sill patch that I told you about. Yeah, that gives you some indication. Look at the mess on that. Yeah, no, that's not metal, you're right. That's just a seam sealer they used to glue the thing together. Wicked. I thought it was just going to be a nice little patch on this side. Nah, the welding gods are not with me today. You see, I've done some prep. I haven't quite got there yet. I don't know if this is thick enough to weld to. That bit certainly is, because that's the jacking point, so that's absolutely solid. The inner sill, surprisingly, is actually all right. So I'm going to try and cut some of this off and weld to the inner sill, if possible, which you can sort of see there. Oh, good, there you go. Yeah, so that's the inner sill. That's what I'm going to try and weld to. I mean, you've got much choice away. So, like, yeah, I'm going to cut this off sort of at that line and fill this afterwards, all the way along, all the way down, and re-glue it to this, rather than obviously trying to weld it like most cars are. Peugeot's decided to glue it together. So, yeah, that's Peugeot seam sealer I've been smoking for the last couple of days. So yeah, I'm going to try and glue it to this, try not to weld too close to this, because this stuff is bloody flammable. See, already made my patch, right? Looks okay. You remember how we did the little bend on the other one? Well, I've done the same thing here, because this is my finished piece. I'm going to cut that corner off. That's not relevant. But yeah, so that's going to come around tight to match this glue here. But yeah, cool. It's like 4 o'clock and he was hoping to be back tomorrow. I think I'd better get to work. Anyway, yeah, that's what I'm on now, guys. And that is all done. Look, nice big open space there now. Happy days. He's going to get that back. He's got to put a back box on it himself, because it sounds like it's blowing blue murder. But yeah, hope you enjoyed my video, series of videos. That's how I fix metalwork on pretty much most cars. I mean, I love metal bending, love metalwork. It's super easy once you get the hang of it. And all metal is the same, all steel. You know, well, actually, you know, some aluminium cars are a pain in the ass. But yeah, so if you want to restore your 205, you know, I'd go that way about it. Just take your time with metalwork. Always use nice ventilation, because galvanized stuff and Peugeot underseal stinks, man, when you're burning it. But yeah, hope you enjoyed. Subscribe, always subscribe. I'll be doing another one soon, I'm sure, and you won't want to miss it. Nice one, guys. Peace out.